Hello everyone, welcome to the latest episode, and today I have something very unusual from the world of Wilds of Eldraine, and this deck is all about tapping. We will tap the opponent's creatures literally to death, and Wilds of Eldraine offers so many great cards that interact together better than I had imagined. So it's tap here, tap there, it's tapping everywhere. And what else makes this tap ability so powerful? A lot of these cards are not only tapping the creatures, now they also put this very underestimated stun counter that makes them stay tapped for one or even more rounds. And one word is essential in this strategy, it's the legendary word whenever. Because if we tap two creatures with one spell, for each creature tapped we trigger one of the coolest enchantments, and spoiler, it's Solitary Sanctuary. At first glance this deck doesn't appear to be threatening nor somehow frightening for the opponent, of course because it's just tapping, but I guarantee you it will drive the opponent mad and crazy once we tap them constantly and trigger some sick combos. So the goal is to paralyze the opponent's army and to enhance our creatures, draw cards and create token creatures. So let's take a closer look at the creatures. This deck doesn't include a lot of creatures, but all of them have something to do with tap. The most essential and the heart of this deck is our Queen Hylda of the Icy Crown, which is a complete blast when it's on the battlefield. It's expensive, yes, so in most cases I play her in round 5 to use her ability for 1 mana, but she also interacts great with her own crown, which is depicted here. This is the artifact, Hylda's Crown of Winter, which allows us to tap opponent's creatures in our turn for free, otherwise we have to pay for 1 mana. So let's go back to Hylda. This card can be incredibly powerful because whenever we tap an untapped creature, that's also important, an opponent controls, you may pay 1 mana and can decide among the following effects. Either we create a 4/4 white-blue elemental creature token, or we put a +1/+1 counter on each creature we control, or we scry for 2 and then draw a card. You can see how powerful and versatile this card is. We can also just use our cheap spells, tap our opponent's creatures and use Hylda. And even the artifact Hylda's Crown of Winter is the best card for that. I mean, because we can just do it for free. So even our Frostbridge guard for 2 mana, we can enhance him so much that even he will become a threat, and he also carries an ability where we can tap a target creature for 3 mana, but this happens only in very extreme situations when we don't have any other spells. Then we have his brother here, Ice Rod Sentry. It's a much better version of Frostbridge Guard. For 3 mana it's a 2/3 creature with vigilance, but whenever this creature attacks we may pay 2 mana and we can tap a target creature, but the other ability is much better. Whenever we tap an untapped creature with our other spell or artifacts, our elemental soldier gets +2/+1 until end of turn. And yeah, as I said, my favorite word in this deck is definitely whenever. So you can see almost every card has this whenever. Then we also have a flying fairy creature for 1 mana, also with the tap ability that we can use once. The other core in this deck is Sharae of Numbing Depths for 4 mana. When this creature enters the battlefield, tap target creature and put a stun counter on it. And whenever we tap 1 or more untapped creatures our opponents control, we draw a card. But this ability triggers unfortunately only once each turn, but yeah, it's an excellent card for card drawing. So let's move on to the sorcery spells. So here we have actually only 3 in place, but this one hits hard, because we tap a target creature an opponent controls and we put 3 stun counters on it and we scry for 2. I mean, this can be lethal for the opponent. It will delay our opponent extremely if we put it on the right creature, if it's a big creature with trample for example. Also maybe a creature that our opponent has to tap to trigger something. As I said, yeah, it can be lethal for the opponent. Instant spells, yeah, on the other hand we have plenty of instant spells. First of all, Plunk in the Winter for 2 mana, here we have it. We tap up to 1 target creature, we scry for 1 and draw a card. Very basic, very simple. For 1 mana more we have Succumb to the Cold here, also 3 copies. where we tap 1 or 2 target creatures an opponent controls and we put a stun counter on each of them in addition. Just imagine if we already have Hylda on the battlefield, how much impact this creature would make casting those sorcery and instant spells. The last instant spell is Farsight Ritual, the most expensive here for 4 mana. Yeah, it allows us to draw more cards actually. Enchantments, so here we have some of the best enchantments in the series. So this one is pumping up all our creatures. It's the Essence of Power, it's the tank where the whole power comes from. Yeah, call it how you want it, but this one is just outstanding. It's the Solitary Sanctuary. When this enchantment enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. What comes next is just fantastic, whenever. And here we have our favorite word. Whenever you tap an untapped creature an opponent controls, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. I'm telling you, and this can escalate very quickly, even more when we have some like 2 copies or even 3 copies of that enchantment on the battlefield. We can just distribute counters with that enchantment and we can, I mean, it will escalate, I can tell you that. Then we also have our Queen Hylda, and also then we can also put more counters on our creatures. And the other one we have here is Virtue of Loyalty for 5 mana. At the beginning of our end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. And the best thing about this, we can also untap it. We can attack and then untap it, yeah, all of our creatures. So finally we have also Bitter Chill, also an enchantment aura, where we can get rid of big creatures by enchanting it with this aura, so it will be impossible for the creature to untap. Artifacts, here we have only one, and that's Hylda's Crown of Winter. Yeah, and as I already mentioned at the beginning, we have the Hylda's Crown of Winter artifact, and it fits so well because in our turn we don't have to spend to tap opponent's creatures, and if we need more cards we can also sacrifice this artifact, and for each tapped creature our opponent controls we draw a card. So in total we have 24 lands as usual, 12 islands, 12 plains. Yeah, that's all. We have also a sideboard, I mean that's nothing special. We have another copy of Snare Master's Pride, that's all actually. So I would say let's play some games. So here we go, we're playing against Adramelech and we're starting our mission Gold Rank with this deck. So let's see if we can reach that. And yeah, this hand is very good. We have 3 lands, we have also Bitter Chill and also Sharae, so we can draw cards. And let's see what our opponent is going to do. Maybe they will do Mulligan. Funny sleeves. I don't know who they are actually. So yeah, we'll just put the planes on the battlefield. And yeah, Bitter Chill is always good to have, so we can just get rid of some annoying creatures where, for example, yeah, I wanted to say those creatures where you tap and you will get some mana. So I think we'll just slow down the opponent here, make it unable to provide mana for the opponent. Yeah, it might be an elf stack or not. Here we have the Horn Beetle. I mean the Horn Beetle, for example. Here we can also use Bitter Chill because this creature can be a big one. So I think every time they're exiling some cards, the Nessian Horn Beetle will receive a +1/+1 counter. So yeah, here we have the red mana, Placid Rotten Tail, Fungus Rabbit, okay, Fungus, so it's infested. So here we have another card that we can use to tap opponent's creature. Yeah, I think we'll just cast Sharae, so we can also benefit from her ability. We'll tap the Fungus Rabbit, draw a card. I mean, we'll just tap and tap. And by tapping the opponent's creatures, we will also benefit from Sharae, also from Hylda, for example, where we can create a lot of white-blue elemental creature tokens. So yeah, we'll target the rabbit here. So let's see. All of them, all of those creatures are tapped. Perfect. Also, they receive a stun counter. Yeah, also we can use Snare Master Sprite, so for example we'll just cast this creature for 1 mana, and if we are going to pay 2 additional mana, we can also tap an opponent's creature here, and it will also receive a stun counter. So here we have the Sentry, perfect, yeah, a blocker. I think we'll just, I mean, we can also wait. So in this case, let's... I mean, yeah, we can just put the stun counter on the Horn Beetle. Perfect. Also, we have 1 mana left. I mean, I can imagine it can be very annoying for the opponent if, yeah, you have so many creatures on the battlefield, but even though you have those creatures will be tapped the whole time. So yeah, I was also thinking to create, because recently I saw so many decks with Final Fantasy cards, especially those bird cards. So I was thinking also maybe, yeah, to create a Celestia bird token deck with Final Fantasy cards, because there is one bird. I mean, it's a non-legendary creature, 2/3, and you can always look at the top of your library, and whenever I believe whenever a bird creature enters the battlefield, you will, I mean, I don't know if it will receive a +1/+1 counter, but something it will trigger. And this one is very powerful. So let's use Hylda's Crown of Winter. We'll tap the Horn Beetle. Yeah, we just need our enchantment. So then every time we are tapping our opponent's creatures, we will get +1/+1 counters. I mean, I have so many plans. I also wanted to start creating some Bloomborrow decks like the Lizard. Also, I wanted to create a Bat block deck. But yeah, it's so really... sometimes it's really tedious to gather all those cards. And it, unfortunately, if you don't have the season pass, it needs a lot. It needs time. So let's attack with the fairy creature and turn. So also we have, yeah, Plunge into Winter. We can tap. I mean, it's also an instant spell. But now we can also distribute some +1/+1 counters, maybe on the fairy. And also the Sentry gets +2/+1 every time we are tapping some creatures. So they are attacking. They might have something on their hand. I mean, I think we will not risk that. We'll just wait. We'll also pump up our creatures a little bit more, and then we can also attack with all their power and crush the opponent. Yeah, the only thing, I mean, we need Hylda for sure, so we can also create some elemental creature tokens, because right now we lack of some creatures here. So let's paralyze the Horn Beetle, so it will not untap again. Freeze in place. Or we also have Plunge into Winter. Maybe we'll just keep that and we can attack. Down to 15. And Yeah, it hurts. I believe it hurts when you cannot untap your creatures. And then we'll just tap the bird token here. Also we can scry and then we will... Oh, perfect. Virtue of Loyalty, that's the card that we need right now, so we can always attack with our creatures and untap them at the end of our turn. Placid Trotten Tail. Very strange creature. Oh, great. Hylda of the Icy Crown. Yeah, the only thing is we just need also one more land. So maybe we'll just use Succumb to the Gold Freeze in place. Yeah, even though we don't have to pay actually for Hylda's Crown of Winter. I mean, we just need to pay 1 mana for Hylda's ability itself. Yeah, unfortunately, but even though we can also we can distribute some counters, we'll make this, yeah, so GG. A little bit boring. So first game 1. So we are playing against Red and TP, and yeah, that's a good hand. We have 4 lands, Solitary Sanctuary also. Yeah, just some creatures we just need. So, and I'm totally excited. I'm looking forward to the lizard deck that I'm currently working on. I just need like 5-6 wild cards, so then I can also create that. I think I just need like those 2 golden, yeah, rare lizard creatures. So then it's finally finished, and then we can also play some games. I'm really excited for that because you can deal damage from everywhere. You can, I mean, those creatures will deal damage every time you are attacking. You will deal damage when you cast sorcery or instant spells. You will deal damage. I mean, I'm really looking forward for that. Leonin Vanguard, and so let's see. Hopefully they will cast a creature. Then we can use Sharae. And very Thespian, also a cut creature. And this creature, okay, enters or dies. So I think we'll just cast the creature, tap the cat creature here, and we'll also get +1/+1 counter. Here we have another copy of Solitary Sanctuary. I mean, the good thing is its disenchantment is not legendary, so we can also put always more. I mean, I understand why Hylda's Crown of Winter is legendary. For example, we can always sacrifice it, and for each tapped creature, our opponent's creature will draw a card, so we can always replace it. Yeah, I think we'll just go for that and make also Sharae a little bit bigger. So, I mean, in those kind of decks, you might have some instant spells where 2 creatures fight each other. So maybe we'll just make Sharae a little bit bigger. Also Frostbridge Guard. Yeah, unfortunately the ability of Frostbridge Guard is just too expensive. I mean, you have to pay 3 mana just to tap a creature. Yeah, if it would be like 2 mana, it would be totally fine. Yeah, well, let's trade the Vanguard for the Frostbridge Guard. I mean, No, I will not, because then we'll also put some counters, +1/+1 counters on the Frostbridge Guard. Ajani's Pridemate. Hylda's Crown of Winter. Let's go for more creatures. I think we just need more creatures on the battlefield. Yeah, let's attack. And then if our opponent is going to attack us, we will also cast Succumb to the Cold, and then we will also put some counters on the Frostbridge Guard. cat collector. So we are playing against, yeah, cat tribal deck. Let's tap the Johnny's Bridemaid and maybe the Thespian, because it's, yeah, I think those are the right choices here. And then let's put here, here, and then again here and here. I mean, that's the best about those cards. Whenever this word matters, whenever we tap a creature that our opponent controls, I mean, and you can see, for example, Succumb to the Cold. This instant spell, I mean, we can also tap 2 creatures at once. So for each tapped creature, we'll also get 3 copies. So yeah, let's cast Hylda's Crown of Winter. It's time. And then we can also sacrifice this artifact and draw a card for each tapped creature. I mean, I really like the idea, also the strategy of this deck, because it's actually very unusual to play a complete deck that is about tapping. Perfect. Oh, okay, they have something. Creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so we will lose, unfortunately, Sharae. That's bad. Actually, I wanted to keep that card as long as possible on the battlefield, so we can draw, but I mean, as you can see, we can also still sacrifice Hylda's Crown of Winter. Surveil 1. Yeah, the good thing is that 2 creatures are still tapped. Otherwise we would be dead. Or not, wait. So let's see this first, yeah. 3/7. Yeah, we would survive. Or not, yeah, they have something also. An enchantment aura. Wow, that's good that those creatures are actually tapped. But we can also tap those. You gain 3 life. And yeah, then our opponent is dead next turn. Here we go. Perfect. Or more counters to distribute. So GG. Very cool cat token, yeah, cat deck. Opponent goes first, so 3 lands, yeah, I think we'll just take that. Also we can cast the Ice Rod Sentry turn 3. Freeze in place. Yeah, you can see we are already in silver rank. Sometimes it's very easy also just to get to silver. But yeah, first of all, I mean, it just matters to show you the strategy of this deck, because I prefer to play paper magic with my friends, and yeah, usually I play paper magic, so I always want to test those decks in Magic Arena first, and then I will just buy those cards and play with this deck. Burnished Heart. Soulless Jailer and Knight of Dusk's Shadow. So Solitary Sanctuary will tap the other artifact creature, and we will attack 5 damage. I mean, our opponent has a lot of cards in their library, so they are blocking. Oh no, they have something, I think. Yeah, unfortunate accident. Destroy target creature. Unfortunately, so Farsight Ritual. Yeah, let's cast the Farsight Ritual and we'll pick those two cards. I believe our opponent was going to kill Sharae also next turn if we are going to cast this creature. But at least we'll also draw a card so it somehow replaces itself. Wow, 5 damage, Scry 1. Yeah, Spellbook Vendor, one of my favorite cards in the set. I mean, I really like to play with Ariet, the Ariet block deck. And where the Spellbook Vendor creates a lot of aura tokens, and every time, I mean for each aura token, Ariet deals damage to the opponent and will receive that many life points. Planar Disruption, yeah, I knew it. So, oh, okay, it will remain on the battlefield. Perfect. I mean, it's just important for us that this card remains on the battlefield so we can also draw. Hylda's Crown of Winter, yeah, I don't think... I mean, we have already Hylda's Crown of the Winter in our hand. Burn a Shard. And now it's a free creature. And yeah, whenever this creature attacks, Cry 1 can be very efficient also. Oh, Solitary Sanctuary, great. I mean, but I think, yeah, let's cast it anyway, so we can just, yeah, we cannot actually. We just need, yeah, but we have succumbed to the cold. Jackdaw Savior, I believe they are, yeah, attaching the aura to this creature, and so we'll select the other creatures, and now we will draw cards. I mean, only one card. Here we go. Freeze in place. Wow. Let's tap. Let's draw more cards. Yeah, we just need more creatures. Come on. Yeah, great. Hylda. Also, another copy of Sharae would be great to have. I mean, with this one we cannot do anything. No, they are targeting Hylda of the Icy Crown or Queen. Hopefully they will not use any card removal card. Spellbook Vendor. I mean, that's difficult. Let's see if they are enhancing their Spellbook Vendor. I mean, we have to... Maybe I was just too fast to cast Hylda and I could wait another turn, so then with Hylda on the battlefield we could use the other remaining mana for... yeah. Anyway, but we have to tap Spellbook Vendor first. Yeah, just let's focus on that. One, two, three, four, 5 mana we have. Freeze in place. We can also put a stun counter on one of those creatures, but if we are going to cast Snare Master Sprite, I mean, we have to use 3 mana, or we'll just use 1, but yeah, let's wait. We have Succumbed to the Cold and also Hylda's Crown of Winter. Again? I know, yeah. It will be always activated, but then you can decide if you're going to pay 1 mana or not. So let's tap those two. Eight, 9, and then we can also tap the Burn a shard. Wow, it's a 10-11 creature. Here we have the island and Snare Master Sprite. I think we'll just go for that. We need more creatures and then yeah, we'll use that because it will receive a stun counter. Perfect. And also Bitter Chill we can use. Yeah, great. I mean, look at this. 4 creatures and all of them they have stun counters, they are tapped. Huh. That's total control. And then we will deal 10 damage to the opponent. I mean, next turn, or yeah, hopefully they will cast a creature, so then we can also use Hylda's Crown of Winter. We can distribute those counters on the sprite. Yeah, okay, it's that. Yeah, of course we will pay. We scry, we don't need more lands here. Ah, not good. How many lands do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 10. Too many lands. I mean, with freeze in place, we can put freeze down counters on a creature. Yeah, I think we'll just use freeze in place here. Ah, more lands. Good that we can just put it on under the library. Here we have again, maybe on the spellbook vendor. Wow, unbelievable. 1 damage. So then we can also, before our opponent will attack us, we can also tap Knight of Dusk's Shadow and exile a card from there. Ah, no! Actually, okay, yeah, I just realized I could use Hylda's Crown of Winter. Yeah, let's tap it first. Oh, a lot of creatures on the battlefield. Yeah, let's sacrifice it. 1, 2, 3. Only 3. Hylda of the Icy Crown. Let's use Bitter Chill on the flying creature here. Tapped, we can... Yeah, okay. The good thing is we have a lot of mana, so we can spend everything here. Put some counters on the fairy. Auto pay, and we'll create the 4/4 elemental creature here. And then we'll tap another one. And we can also create another one. Whew, okay. Let's attack down to 8. So yeah, and next turn we'll just hopefully yeah, we have Solitary Sanctuary, so we can... Yeah, I believe they are not going to attack with the Knight of Dusk's Shadow, so that would be great. Then we can also tap our opponent's creature, or they will cast a creature, so we can also tap that one. Meteor Golem. Ah, they are targeting the fairy creature here. Okay. Let's tap Knight of Dusk's Shadow. So yeah, then it's over. We can also put more counters and we would attack with all our creatures. Hylda of the Icy Crown with her elemental guards. So GG, that was, wow, that was tough. Let's take a look. I mean, very interesting deck. But look at this battlefield, all of them are tapped. Yeah, that's total control. White Boy Teddy, welcome to the match. So opponent goes first, we have Freelance, Snare Master Sprite, Bitter Chill. I don't know, I mean, Bitter Chill, I have the feeling that we are always drawing this card. Hylda's Crown of Winter, one creature, okay. Yeah, let's take that. I mean, I'm really not a fan casting Snare Master Sprite in turn 1, because then we are wasting actually its ability. So, looks to be a Celestia deck. Yeah, Final Fantasy, I was also looking to create a real deck with, because I looked at the prices and I was really surprised that because there is a huge hype around Final Fantasy and the price for one set display, for a display, is like 180 euro here in Austria. It's quite huge. It's I think the Lord of the Rings display was also that expensive. Yeah, but you can also perceive that this hype around Final Fantasy, and I was really surprised that those cards are really cheap if you just buy single cards. I'm always checking on card market, and only maybe like one page. How much is it? 1, 2, 3, 9, 12. I think only 12 cards are really expensive. But the rest, I mean, you can easily create a budget deck for 30 euro, 40 euro maybe. Nah, even less, maybe 20 euro. Only, for example, when I want to create the bird deck, this one, Chocobo, I don't know, I think that's the creature. This one is really expensive, I think above 10 euro, but you don't need 4 copies of that. Or, I mean, this creature is also non-legendary. That's what I don't understand. Why is this creature non-legendary? It only costs, I think, 2 mana or 3. It's a 2/3 creature. You can always look at the top card of your library. And then also when bird creatures are entering the battlefield, it will trigger something. So yeah, let's focus on the game. The Forager, Squirrel Ranger, yeah, I'm also really excited for the Bloomborrow. I mean, there are so many decks that I really want to create. But the problem is I don't have so much time that I can also play everyday Magic. Sometimes I'm really exhausted because of work. I'm coming back home like 6 p.m. and then I'm really exhausted, so sometimes it's really hard for me to play Magic and to stay concentrated, because yeah, if you're tired and you're playing Magic, that doesn't make so much fun. But yeah, you have so many possibilities also. Rabbit deck, Squirrel deck, Otter deck, Bat deck, Lizard deck. So every time I'm getting some coins, I'm all spending that for Bloomborrow. Yeah, for that. But the problem is, I mean, I believe in the past, if you purchased a booster, there were more cards, right? I think there were more cards, now it's like only 8 or... no, 8 or 6. And then you're just receiving one rare and I think 1 or 2 uncommons. The rest is just commons, so it's really difficult for those who are just playing for fun and they don't want to use money for that. It's really hard to create some decks and to... yeah, and even more to stay competitive. Caretaker's talent. Here we have the Forager. Yeah, the only creature that is that might be a threat for us is the flying creature here, Heir Apparent. So let's tap this creature, and we will avoid to get some damage here. Yeah, we already have a small army here. Ah, Rabbit Bite. They killed the sentry. Plains, so let's cast Hill. Ah, the problem is, yeah. But okay, we can use the Crown. Yeah, the good thing is Hylda's Crown of Winter. Here we don't. Here doesn't matter what color of mana we are spending, so here it's a colorless. Head of the Homestead. Huh, a lot of rabbits. Ah, I just forgot. Nah. Yeah, that's bad. So let's tap any other creature here. I totally forgot. Okay, so now let's create a 4/4 white elemental token. Where's an island? We need the island. Freeze in place. Let's put some stun counter on this creature. Yeah, we can also 1, 2, 3 are tapped. I mean, let's attack maybe first. Okay, so our opponent is not blocking. And then, yeah, now our opponent's turn, we can just use the Crown of Winter. Creature tokens you control get, wow, +2/+2. I mean, as long as Hylda of the Icy Crown is on the battlefield, I mean, we feel really safe, because we can create always those huge tokens for 4. Offspring. Yeah, so we have 2 big armies here. So let's put the island first, then we have the Solitary Sanctuary. We can tap, I mean, it's over for the opponent. Yeah, I think it doesn't matter. Resolve, and also we can, yeah, let's put the counter. We can just enhance all the creatures here. Then we'll just tap which one here. And then we still have 1 mana left. We can also use Hylda's ability once again. Yeah. You can see, I mean, we are tapping so many creatures. So GG. I mean, I really love to cast Hylda of the Icy Crown, and then once this creature is on the battlefield, you have so many options. You can create so many tokens. A whole army of elemental tokens here. Victory! We are coming closer. So we are playing against UA168. We start the game. Snaremaster Sprite and the Frostbridge Guard. Also the Sanctuary, the Solitary Sanctuary. Great, yeah, we'll keep that. Island, and yeah, we'll just wait. We'll wait and see what the opponent is going to cast. Reckless Lackey. Might be a Goblin deck. So it has haste and first strike. So maybe they have some, yeah, some burn spells. They might kill the guard. I mean, just for 3 mana, sacrifice this creature, draw a card, and create a treasure token. I mean, not a really good card. Treasure token, yeah. So here we have the second copy and the third copy, okay. Goblin Pirate. Yeah, then we'll block this one. Here we have the plains. Yeah, let's cast the Solitary Sanctuary and we'll slow down the opponent. I believe they want to sacrifice those, yeah. Because otherwise it doesn't make any sense to have those in your deck, so you just want to cast bigger creatures, I believe. So Ice Rod Sentry, or maybe first the Frostbridge Guard, and we'll scry for 2. Oh, great. Exactly those 2 cards that we need. I mean, that's totally fine if they are sacrificing. It was just important to see what cards we will draw next, because we only have 2 cards in our hand left. And the next one would be, yeah, crucial. So, let's see. 4? Maybe they will sacrifice the Goblin Pirate. And I mean, better it would be better if our opponent, yeah, they are sacrificing it. If our opponent would cast a creature. For 3 mana, let's see, maybe they have something. Also, yeah. Treasure, Goblin. So, let's see. Nothing. I mean, we can still cast Sharae, and we'll use Snaremaster Sprite next turn. That's also an option. Also, we can use still Guard, the Frostbridge Guard. But let's see if they are going to use or to sacrifice those treasure tokens for burn spells, but yeah, they don't. I think they want to cast some pretty big creatures here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stormcatch Mentor. Otter Wizard, Haste and Prowess. Silent Hall Creeper. I mean, we'll just put the stun counter on the Hall Creeper, so they will not be able to draw cards. And we'll also draw a card. So it's a 3/3/3/3. We'll attack with both. Actually, we can also attack with Sharae. Ah, wow, that was close, because they could also use a burn spell or some instant spell, and the Stormcatch Mentor would also, yeah, it has prowess. So if they would use 2 instant spells, for example. Silent Hall Creeper, I have never seen this card. It's from which set? Is it the Karlov Manor? Terror of Peaks, yeah. It's one of my favorite dragons. 5/4, whenever a creature enters the battlefield, of course your creature, it deals that much damage. The damage is equal to the creature's power, I think. So let's draw a card. Hylda's Crown of Winter, and then we can tap Stormcatch Mentor. Oh, they countered that. That's fine. They are still dead. So GG. So we have beaten an Izzet deck. Rank up, great. EKZ. Yeah, we are coming closer to gold rank. Actually, I think only 2 more games and then we are in gold rank. And I think then it's enough, yeah, to show this deck, because we have actually showed every single and possible move that is possible with this deck. Freezing Place, Succumb to the Cold, and the Dwarven Castle Guard. Oh great, we are playing against the Final Fantasy deck, so I think now we can also use the Knight token here. We can tap it, yeah, I think we'll just do that so we can scry. Yeah, we'll keep both of those islands and attack. I'm always excited when I play against Final Fantasy decks, so then I can also create my own decks, and I can also copy maybe some strategies. Attack. But the next deck that I will create, I'm not sure. I mean, as I said earlier, I need just some wildcards for the lizard deck. And yeah, but I mean, that's the deck that I'm really the closest to finish. I'm not, because for the bat deck and for the otter deck, yeah, I need also more wildcards, unfortunately. And yeah, I was also looking, because I found sometimes we receive from MTG Arena some proxy decks, and one was about dinosaurs, and there were plenty of really big and powerful dinosaurs. Some, yeah, actually a lot of rares and mythic rares. So I was thinking of creating, maybe I will just cut off all the other unnecessary cards from other sets, and I will just replace it, because I really have also a lot of cards from this set. And when I'm thinking, I think I never created a dinosaur deck from this set. Actually, this would be also the first one. Snare Master Sprite. Yeah, we'll just tap this one, and here we have the plains. I mean, I'm really interested in, do you even purchase the season pass? Is it, do you benefit from that? Is it, because it costs here €20, and then you will, yeah, purchase the season pass, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. So do you have any experience with the season pass? Yeah, are you always purchasing it and benefiting from that? Because it also matters how many times you play MTG Arena. If you're playing like constantly every day or several times per week, then I assume it's worth. But yeah, but what about when you're just playing once a week or twice? Is it still worth? First at Ritual. Let's attack. Untap. You know, actually I think the next video will be something about the Final Fantasy side, because I'm really curious. I will just, after that here we have another great Final Fantasy card, Legendary Creature, Human Soldier. First Strike, Trample, Lifelink, wow. So I was just thinking to buy some cards from the set, and I will just check the prices and how much, for example, you need to spend for one. For example, this one. I mean, this looks pretty interesting. It's a Knight deck, and you have here Lightning. This Legendary Creature, Army of One. I'm not really familiar with those creatures, but I bet there are also several other cards with red and white. Maybe our opponent has some. So, and this is not really expensive. I believe maybe under €1. Item Shop Keep, also Final Fantasy. And the next set, also like from the multiverse, will be Spider-Man, right? I mean Spider-Man in the MTG universe. I can understand if it's like, for example, the Warhammer, it fits because it's also somehow, yeah. I mean, yeah, this universe might be similar to MTG. But Spider-Man, yeah, I think it's not really, it doesn't fit well, to be honest. Also, it was a little bit strange, those Assassin's Creed cards to see. Yeah, Succumb to the Cold, we will just keep that. Yeah. So we can also tap the Item Shop Keep, and let's see if our opponent is going to cast anything. Oh, Cloud Planet's Champion. Here we have it. Human Soldier, Mercenary. Oh, that's the guy with this huge sword, right? See? I mean, this deck can't be really expensive. Hylda's Crown of Winter. Let's cast Hylda's Crown of, and we will just attack. So GG. It gave me some new inspiration for a deck. I just want to see. I mean, the Moogle. Yeah, all of those are Final Fantasy cards. Also Dwarf Soldier, all of them are soldiers actually. Except the Item Shopkeeper. Human Mercenary Soldier. Whenever this creature attacks, you gain 1 life. Okay, yeah, because the artifact was attached to that, the equipment. But very interesting. So, here we go. Opponent goes first. Yeah, Plains, Island. Snare Master, why we always have this creature at the beginning? I feel much safer if I have Hylda or Sharae at the beginning. Sharae to have at the beginning is the best, because then we can always draw cards, even when it's just if even when the opponent will kill it instantly, at least you will just draw one card. Plains, Jagged Barrens, Frostbridge Guard. Oh, you have Hexproof, okay, Defender. Torch the Tower. Yeah. Yeah, it might be a Defender with 4 toughness, but actually we don't care because we can tap it. So, Solitary Sanctuary, Yeah, I think that's the weakness of this deck, because we have just not that many creatures. I would say that's the biggest weakness of this deck. Maybe if we will just cut off the Farsight Ritual and we'll put... How many copies do I have of Sharae? 3, I believe. Maybe it would be better 4, or maybe there are 4. So... But maybe just to put more creatures, more copies. Life Crit Duo, Bat Bird. So let's tap it. And attack. Life Crit Duo. Okay, so whenever another creature enters the battlefield that our opponent controls, they will receive 1 life point. Yeah, that was really bad. So they destroyed the Sanctuary. Island. Yeah, at the moment it doesn't look good for us. Our opponent has far more cards in their hand, and we only have 2 that succumb to the cold. Yeah, and here we have another island. Freeze in place, we could... I think it's just better to scry 2, yeah. Plains, no. We'll keep the Virtue of Loyalty. So let's tap this creature, and yeah, we'll lose 1 life point. Vengeful Blood Witch. Oh, I see. Okay, so whenever creatures are entering the battlefield, we lose life, or when they will die, and our opponent will gain life. So let's tap those 2 creatures. I mean, we shouldn't get any more damage from the creatures, like by attacking us, because we'll lose a lot of life points because of their abilities. Solitary Sanctuary. Maybe we should risk that. Yeah, Hylda of the Icy Crown. I mean, Virtue of Loyalty. Yeah, let's attack first. And I think we'll just create the Knight token here. Vengeful Blood Witch. We're always losing. Wind Crack Siege. Mardu. They're choosing Mardu. Oh, it will trigger it an additional time. Let's create a Knight token. Ice Rod Sentry. Now we can cast Hylda. And we'll also tap... yeah, we'll tap the Blood Witch, of course. And we can still use Hylda's ability. Put one, now we will create a 4/4. And attack. We need just to put more pressure on the opponent. Yeah, the problem is those two creatures are flying creatures. We don't have, only besides the fairy, we don't have any flying creatures. I mean, you can just... okay, this time they are choosing Jeskai, Yeskai. Oh, they didn't attack? Are they scared? Tap up to one target creature. Yeah, we can do that. Nope. Yeah, okay, we can use that right now. Let's create more. Now we will put the planes and... yeah, we can also untap them. Perfect. So let's attack. That's a lot of damage right now. 3, 6, 9, 13. They have to block. So yeah, that's why they didn't attack. Also, we will lose a couple of life points here. 3, 4? Down to 9? Oh, yeah. But I think we should survive that, even when they are attacking with all the creatures. Here they have Nerif, Heart of the Storm, flying. Yeah, I think we should survive that if we are going to block all... yeah, we cannot block the flying creature. 5... yeah. Great, Sharae. We'll tap this flying creature. Also, we can just enhance some creatures here. Whew, that was close, but I think, I mean, our opponent doesn't have any cards left, and we can attack with all those creatures. We can actually also tap the Crystal Barricade. Let me see. 6, 6, 6, 18, 5, yeah, should be enough. We can also tap the barricade here, distribute more counters, create even... actually, we can use Hylda's ability +1/+1 counters on every creature here, and GG. Whew, that was close. One more! But very interesting deck. The creature together with the bat creature here. Yeah. Teu pai aqui means your dad here. I think it's, yeah, it should be Portuguese. Teu pai aqui. Your dad here. So, Frostbridge Guard. I mean, those lands from Final Fantasy, those lands look incredible. Oh, Dark Confidant, yeah, I really dislike this creature. It's so powerful. At the beginning of your upkeep, yeah, you can always look at the top card of your library, and then you will just put it in your hand and lose life equal to the mana. that this card has. Freeze in place. Yeah, we'll keep Hylda. Damage. Free. Okay, perfect. We just have to hope that our opponent will draw some really expensive cards. Unstoppable Slasher. We can neutralize it. Put the stun counter, draw a card. Here we have the land. And it doesn't matter if they will just... it's just 1 mana. Unfortunately. Doesn't matter if they are going to kill Sharae, we can just put another copy on the battlefield. So... Ninja's Blades. Job select. Very strange term. Job select, I don't know. Doesn't fit actually to Magic. Let's see if they are going to block. Yeah, they do. So down to 10. Come on, draw something. Yeah! 6 damage. Great. Yeah, that's the problem if you cannot do anything and then you're drawing something huge like this. 6 mana. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Equip. Death Touch. 3/4. I mean, actually we don't have to attack. We just have to wait and hope that our opponent is going to draw something huge again. Unstoppable Slasher. You could... Let's see if they are... Actually, they shouldn't attack. Teupai aqui. Come on. Next turn, actually, if they only have the Unstoppable Slasher on the battlefield, we can also sacrifice the Sharae, and we can target opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. Create a 1/0 black wizard creature. You will. Sure. Why they are attacking? Why? Ah, wow. Okay, the player loses half life equal to the discarded card's mana value. Oh, they discarded that one. Okay. That's why. Wow, they did it again. But it's too late, because we'll just kill the opponent right now. Put 1/1 counters and we'll attack. GG. But that was close too. That's the strategy behind this deck. Okay. Yeah, it's so difficult. I lost some games yeah, when I was playing right now, and I mean, we are so close to gold train, but it's really hard. And the problem was mainly that I was not drawing enough lands. It was like I was just always stuck on 2 or 3 max. But we will discard the fairy. Yeah, I believe we're playing against a discard deck. Burglar Rat. That will be tricky. Let's discard Succumb to the Cold. Actually I don't like to play against discard decks. I mean, actually I'm fine playing against everything, but not against discard decks. Or with decks where the opponent can look into your hands and choose cards, also, I don't know, or cast your cards. I really don't like it when the opponent casts your cards. So let's attack. Return target creature. Discard the card. Ah, poo. Hack dice again. Okay, so let's discard the island. Freeze in place. I think it's very difficult decision. I think we'll just go for Hylda. Hopefully. Yeah, I mean, we can also discard freeze in place. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, what the player loses 5. And okay. Freeze in place. I think we'll just use Hylda's Crown of Winter, because then we can just use it for free. Yeah, we'll lose because they are never attacking us. So let's tap. Create a 4/4 elemental token. Now the planes will keep, so in case we have to discard. Bit of Triumph. Doesn't matter, we have another copy of Hylda of the Icy Crown. Yeah, I mean, that's annoying. But we will discard the planes. They don't have any other cards in their hand, so I think that's fine. Yeah, let's attack, because we can still keep it. Let's attack first. Let's see if they are going to block. Okay. Bam. Bandit's Talent. When this class enters, each opponent discards 2 cards. Unless it's a non-land card. Okay, discard an non-land card. Yeah. Otherwise we have to discard both cards, right? So, yeah, let's discard freeze in place. And do you also have some discard decks? Or what kind of decks do you prefer? Burn decks, removal decks, discard decks, counters decks? Yeah, there's a lot. But have you seen a tap deck? I think we just did it well, because we were not too fast. We just kept the cards and we could discard, and we prevented any damage. Also, this enchantment is very annoying. Hectize, the Burglar Rat, Frostbridge Guard. Yeah, of course, for example, if we are just putting everything on the battlefield, we might have lost this game. Because then we would have just only lands on the battlefield, no creatures, maybe no artifact, nothing else, only lands. So I think it was clever just to stay calm and to react on what the opponent is going to do, and to keep always some lands in our hand, even when it will slow us down. That will be a long video. I'm just thinking, shall I just make 2 parts of that or just 1? So yeah, GG! We just did it! So 1 more, hopefully. The next one. So GG. Yeah, I just want to see. Very unique strategy. I have never seen those cards together. The Hack Ties together with the opponent goes first, and yeah. Plains, Island. Whew, boy, you cannot imagine how hot it is here right now in Vienna. I mean, I think it's like 35 degrees right now. They announced a storm in the evening, but let's see. At the moment it's really hot. Yeah. So, the Fire Singer. Oh, no, it's a flying creature, so that's a weakness for us of this deck, because we have only the fairy creature here, that is a flying creature. It would be great if Hylda would also create flying elemental tokens, but yeah, we cannot have everything. So, yeah. How's the weather actually in your place? Is it also that hot? Here, I mean, the next few weeks it will be always above 30 degrees. That's insane. Oh, cool card, Mirror Room. When you unlock this door, create a token that's a copy. I think we'll just tab first those 2 cards. Yeah, of course they are copying the flying creature. Yeah, we can use that, because then they don't have any counter spell for just 1 mana, and I don't see any swamps, so no removal spells. It would be great to have also ice cream. I think I will just go later to buy some cold drinks, cold mate and some ice cream. Bitter chill. We can use that on the Sphinx of Clear Skies, right? I mean, all of them are flying creatures. I think we'll just use that. We'll pay the ward cost. Yeah, this one is difficult. Ice Rod Sentry, Plunge into Winter. Archmage of Runes, 3/6, okay. Oh. They can also untap it down to 9. We have to make it now clever, because we have also Plunge into Winter. We can tap this creature, put 3 stun counters on it. Is it yeah, we can pay 1, create, use Plunge into Winter. It's an instant spell, so maybe we'll just... Now, let's go for the fairy token, fairy creature, so we can block at least their token here. So we'll just kill 1 flying creature. I think it's okay if they will just hit us with 3. Untap target attacking creature, sure. So let's block that one. And then we can hopefully always tap the remaining flying creature here. Ice Rod Sentry. Yeah, perfect. We have enough mana. So... no attacks, and turn. We have to be just very careful what we are casting and at what time we are casting those cards. Hopefully they will not cast any more flying creatures. Of course they have to. Sphinx of Clear Skies. Yeah, that was so obvious. So let's tap that one. Oh, great. Hylda's Crown of Winter. Freeze in place. Or maybe it's better Hylda's Crown of Winter, but yeah, we have to pay 3 mana and then we have to pay additional if we just wanted to tap the Sphinx. I think we'll just do that. Succumb to the cold is better here. And we'll put +1/+1 counters on every creature, and then we can attack. Yeah, should be enough. 5, 5, 5, 20, 24, 27. They're blocking those. We can still... Yeah, we can tap the Archmage of Runes. Oh yeah, also the Sentry. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, that's it. Wow. 0, that was close also. So GG. A little bit lucky. But we are in gold rank. We have reached our target. So yeah. So actually this is the deck, so I think we played enough games so you can see how it looks like to play with this deck. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and yeah, if you like this format, I'm just playing with block decks, so it means just decks from a certain set, creating decks and just playing in ranked games. So yeah, so you can subscribe, leave a comment, and see you next time. Bye bye.